Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is a video notes for demand, supply and market equilibrium uh, as stated in RPP. So demand, supply and market equilibrium denotes for our third chapter. So this is substitute for the class that we have to cancel today. I'm so sorry for cancelling the class last minute. I'm not feeling well this morning and I will particularly replace the class that I've cancelled with these video notes. Okay, so throughout this chapter, there are a few terms that you will learn, which are demand, supply, market, equilibrium, market, equilibrium, um, surplus. So, at the end of this topic, I expect that the student will be able to describe how demand and supply curves summarize the behavior of the buyer and seller in the market. I guess you know that you already know what is buyer and what is seller, and discuss how the supply and demand curves interact to determine equilibrium price and quantity. And then you will be able to illustrate how shift in demand and shift in supply affect the price and the quantity. And finally, you will be able to explain and apply the efficiency principle and equilibrium principle. Okay, when a cold snap when a cold snap hits Florida, the price of oranges rises in supermarket throughout the country. So cold as in cold celestial flu. Okay. Second situation, when the weather turns warm in New England every summer, the price of hotel rooms in the Caribbean plummets. The third situation is when a war breaks out in the Middle East, the price of gasoline in the United States rises and the price of a year's skylight drops. So, what do these events have in common? So, these three events, the thing that they have in common is demand and supply. For example, the first situation here, this one, cold as in flu, okay, this one is a flu lah. Kenapa bila like flu bermaharajalela di Florida, the price of oranges rises? Because oranges high in vitamin C. Okay, high in vitamin C. Wait, let me. High in vitamin C, and we know that vitamin C is one of the needed vitamin to combat flu. So semua orang kena flu dekat Florida. So semua orang nak kena cari extra vitamin C. So where to get vitamin C? Oranges. Okay, so that's why the price rises. So that's the idea. Second situation. When the weather turned warm in New England every summer, the price of hotel rooms in the Caribbean plummets. So, for those who has traveled to four season country before, you know that the perfect time for us Malaysian who is duit not so banyak, okay, for us to travel to four season country, the perfect time for us to travel to those country is during winter or autumn. Because why? Because pada masa tersebut harga hotel semua menurun. Tapi the price of the hotel during summer and spring akan spike. Kenapa? Sebab semua orang nak keluar having fun, lay on the beach, macam tu. So banyak permintaan untuk bilik hotel. Jadi harga dia meningkat. Kalau macam di New England is in US. So in US, summer means holiday. Sama macam dekat Malaysia. Kalau waktu cuti sekolah, harga hotel meningkat. Kat mana? Of course lah, dekat Cameron Highland, dekat Sabah, tempat yang sejuk kan. the parents nak bawa anak-anak pergi bercuti. So bila bawa anak-anak pergi bercuti, harga hotel pun meningkat. Sama juga macam musim perayaan. Kita nak balik kampung, tiket bas mungkin tak naik sangat lah. Tiket bas mungkin tak nak. Tiket bas saya rasa tak naik. Cuma siapa-siapa yang naik bas tambahan tu, mungkin harga tiket dia naik. Kan? Tapi untuk tiket flight harganya akan spike. Kenapa? Sebab ada banyak demand. Okay, so see the relationship between the demand and supply here. Okay, the third situation is when a war breaks out in the Middle East, the price of gasoline in the United States rises and the price of a used Cadillac falls. So gasoline as in not gasoline, US refer petrol as gasoline. So kita refer petrol as in petrol. Okay, so yeah. So bila perang dekat Middle East, harga minyak di US naik. Lepas tu harga untuk second hand Cadillac jatuh. Kenapa? Sebab Middle East, we know that Middle East is our supplier, gasoline supplier kan. So bila dah sibuk perang, siapa nak harvest minyak tu? Whatever harga minyak yang ada akan meningkat di pasaran. So akan naik lah kat mana-mana And kenapa bila harga minyak naik, harga Cadillac turun? Because Cadillac is type of car. Okay, like old school car punya. Dia gunakan banyak minyak. Cadillac gunakan banyak minyak. So siapa nak pakai, harga minyak mahal, siapa nak pakai kereta yang makan minyak macam tekuk air kan? So these three, in short, event, the thing that they have in common is, this one is three. The thing that they have in common is demand and supply. Okay. So economic is about a choice that people make to face scarcity and how those choices are affected by incentive. So price act is the incentive. So in the demand supply model, it tells us how people respond to prices and how prices are determined by demand and supply. Ini kita akan tengok kat belakang. Okay. So this the model that will help us to understand the economic is that why, how, and for whom are the goods and prices produced. First thing first, what is market? Apakah itu market? Market is a group of buyer and seller of a particular good or service. Good or services. Okay. The buyer as a group determine the demand of the product, and the seller as a group determine the supply of the product. So for example, now you, the student here, you are student BWQ. So what are you? Are you a seller or are you a buyer? So now you are the buyer. Okay, you are the buyer. Oh, okay. Market. The market is okay. Let me padam that one. We have not yet determined the market. So market is, our market is food. Our market is food. So student PWQ, who are you actually? I mean, I know that you're a student, but who are you in this market? The student PWQ in market food, they are the buyer. Okay, the buyer. So they are the buyer. Okay, who is the seller in this market food? The seller should be, okay, I do not know whether you know this restaurant, this cafe, but you can go to Noraini Burger, I think. the name of the one of the vendor at uh, campus cafe. So Norani Barkat is the okay. How does market food? What? How, I mean, what are these? Okay. So for example, tadi kita kata market is a group of buyer and seller of a particular good or services, right? So kita bagi contoh. Our current market is food. Okay. So the buyer as a group determine the demand of the product. So the buyer, you the student, let me change the color of the pen. Okay. You the student, you will determine the demand of the product. So you akan tentukan makanan you akan tentukan market makanan di campus, di cafe campus ni macam mana. Tinggi ke, rendah ke, maintain ke, what not ke, okay, you yang akan tentukan. Okay, so the seller in this case is Noraini Bakai. Okay, the seller as a group determine the supply of the product. So put it this way. Market makanan di cafe campus. So buyer, awak akan tentukan berapa banyak permintaan kepada produk makanan. Adakah awak ni makan nasi? Awak ni makan nasi ke awak ni makan mi? Awak yang akan tentukan. Okay. So, kalau awak demand banyak nasi, seller akan bekalkan nasi. Tapi, dia juga akan tentukan the supply of the product. Berapa banyak nasi yang dia boleh buat. Nampak? Okay. Ataupun, awak ni suka makan western. Okay. The buyer ni kan suka makan western. Awak suka makan western, awak suka makan nasi. Tulis kat sini western. Suka makan western. Western food. Okay. Tapi seller ni dia hanya dapat bekalkan limited portion of the western food. Okay. So these are the market. Kalau macam market automobile. Automobile, kereta, okay. Buyernya adalah orang yang nak beli kereta. Sellernya adalah siapa? Proton, Honda. Bukan salesman the brand itself. The product itself. Proton, Honda, apa lagi? Produa, Toyota. Okay. So, harga kereta berbeza. Bergantung kepada demand. Betul tak? Bila ada model baru keluar, model yang lama ni akan drop. Kenapa? Sebab tak ada demand lagi untuk model tu. Semua orang nak model yang baru. Macam sebelum ni Proton ada re-innovate? Redesign Proton Saga and also Proton Persona. Bila dia redesign Proton Saga dan Proton Persona, dia keluarkan model yang baru untuk Proton Saga dengan Proton Persona. Design yang baru, paparas yang baru, with new features, with the new this and that. So what happened to the price of the previous version of Saga and juga Persona? The price of the price of the old design of Saga and Persona dropped because tak ada demand lagi. Buyer semua nak beli yang brand baru, yang design baru. So Proton pula dia tentukan berapa banyak biji kenderaan Saga dengan Persona yang dia boleh keluarkan. So dia yang tentukan. You demand, dia yang tentukan. So this is the market. It has something to do with the demand and also supply. Okay. Guys, if you have any question, you can not comment. Not texting me privately. You can comment. You can write down the question under the comment section below. Ooh, I feel like I'm a YouTuber. Comment under write down your question under the comment section below. I will review it and I will answer it. So it depends if you want me to answer Probably I will answer promptly. If not, then apa kita akan bincang in the next class. Okay. So next lah. Okay. Oops. Okay. So market has two sides, a buyer and also a seller. Apa jadi kalau market tak complete, side tu tak cukup. So it's not even a market. We are the buyer but we don't have a seller. Kita nak for example kita nak what kita nak baju. Really? Baju? No. Kita nak handphone. Yeah. A group of buyer ni nakkan handphone tapi tak ada orang nak jual handphone. Tak ada langsung sebiji handphone pun kat dunia ni. So, can we consider that as a market? No, it's not. It's not even a market. Macam handphone tu, it's also a market. A market of mobile phone. Kalau kereta, market of automobile. Kalau food, market of F&B. Food and beverage. Sebut pun salah. Okay. So, in some market, we have physical place. Tempat yang physical. So, contohnya cafeteria tu adalah physical market. Awak pergi ke sana. Awak jumpa buyer. Awak jumpa another buyer physically. Awak jumpa seller physically. Okay. In some situation, market is invisible. For example, trading market. Trading market, do you know what is trading market? Trading market tu macam bursa saham Malaysia tu, BSKL, Hong Kong market. It's a market, but it's invisible. We cannot see. Okay. E-commerce, currency market, currency, yes. Currency also, it's a market. But how about online business? Can we consider as an online business as a market? It is considered as a market juga. Cuma kita tak nampak lah orang tu kan. Macam but then still dia kalau online tu dia just a type of business. Either you have kedai or you didn't have a kedai, right? But tapi jual pun you jual barang apa? You jual baju kan. Cuma you tak nampak muka seller tu lah. Tak nampak dia depan-depan. You have to contact them through blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah. So in short, market has two sides. Need to have buyer and also a seller. Buyer and also a seller. And the market also has two type of market. They have physical market and also virtual market. Virtual. Boleh kita panggil dia virtual? Boleh lah Virtual. Physical places and also virtual places. Virtual places. Okay then. Okay. So, what are prices? Prices of goods and services are determined by the demand and supply of these goods and services in the market. Contohnya tadi, kita bagi example kat sini. Mana. Kat sini tadi, kita bagi contoh market food kan? Okay. So, market food. The price of the food, come on. Okay. Market food. Market. Okay. So, price of the goods and services determined by the number of demand and supply. Let's say student BWQ, kita bagi contoh, student BWQ is the buyer. Buyers and dia demand western food kan? Western food. Why I tutup? Sorry. Accidentally tertutup kan? And then Noraini Barkat. Okay. I do hope that you will be able to read my handwriting. This is a disaster. Salah. So, alright. So, tapi dia jual very limited amount of Western food. Western food. So what happened to the price of the food? What happened to the price of the Western food? This is not food. This is a Western food. Should be market of Western food. What happened to the price of the Western food? The price of the Western food will spike. Kenapa? Sebab buyers demand more of the Western food, but seller only provide a limited amount of the Western food. So the price of the Western food increases. So this is what it meant by the price of by this very statement. It determined the price determined by the demand and also the supply. Macam dekat college kediaman kan, awak nak sewa kereta, awak tak boleh bawa kereta, awak nak pergi bandar, awak nak tunggu bas lama, so awak nak sewa kereta. Sewa kereta pula tak ada banyak, jadi harga 1 jam di sewa kereta tu meningkat, spike. Sebab apa? Demand banyak sangat. Lepas tu lagi satu kan, kalau you macam banyak kereta kan, kereta tu macam tu lah, kereta ni macam ni lah, lambat lah, apalah. Orang yang nak sewa tu terus pergi je kat orang lain. Dia tak risau sebab market sewa kereta tu besar. Kan? Market sewa kereta tu very demanding sebab tak ada banyak kereta kan. Lepas tu nanti, tengoklah lagi 5 tahun dah ramai orang buat sewa kereta kat dalam college kediaman paguh tu. Jadi pada masa tersebut, akan mulalah ada offer-offer. Okay, kalau sekarang ni harga sewa kereta 1 jam RM5 for example, 2 jam RM10 kan. So tak boleh nak kurang lagi. Tak boleh nak kurang kan. Demand sangat-sangat. Inilah masanya mereka nak buat untung. Tapi lagi 10 tahun dah ramai orang bawa kereta, lepas tu dah ramai orang buat bisnes sewa kereta. So market sewa kereta ni dah booming bla bla bla. Pada masa tersebut demand dah kurang, mulalah this seller akan buat promosi sewa kereta 1 jam RM5, 2 jam RM8, dia bagi diskaun RM2. Okay, tu kenapa benda tu berlaku? Benda tu berlaku apabila demand dah kurang tapi supply dia banyak. Okay, so whatever things that happen around you, it has something to do with the demand and the supply. That is then that's that easy. Okay, moving on to the next slide. I cannot keep up with this speed. I have like 26 slides to go. No. Okay, so what are money prices and relative prices? Money prices is a good money price of a good is the amount of money must be paid in exchange of it. Maksudnya, berapakah banyak duit yang awak kena bayar untuk dapatkan barang tu lah. Okay, that refer to money price. Awak nak beli makanan, harga makanan tu RM5. So, RM5 adalah money price yang awak kena bayar untuk dapatkan makanan tersebut. So, a relative price is the ratio of the price of one good to another and it is an opportunity cost. For example, a money price, harga kopi adalah 1. Kenapa SR? This one should be ringgit. Okay, I copied the slide somewhere. Okay, so katakanlah the money price of coffee is 1 SR. I don't know what is SR. Kita katakanlah ini ringgit Tak naklah SR. Okay, harga kopi RM1. And the money price of gum is 0.5 SR. Maksudnya harga untuk gum is chewing gum. Okay, chewing gum. Harga untuk chewing gum pula adalah 50 sen. Harga kopi adalah RM1. Harga gum adalah 50 sen. Then the relative price of the coffee to gum, relative price untuk gum, coffee kepada gum, coffee to gum is 1/0.2. Bermaksud 2 to 1. And it is the opportunity cost of the cup of coffee. So meaning that, let's say ini macam sistem barter gitu kan. Meaning that if you don't have money to pay, okay, you tak ada money price but you have relative price. For example, you nak kopi, Tapi you ada chewing gum kat tangan you. Harga chewing gum tu 50 sen. Harga kopi tu adalah RM1. So you nak, you tukarlah 2 biji chewing gum dengan 1 cup of coffee. So that is the relative price. Dia based on ratio 2 to 1. Okay. Got it? Got it? So the cup of coffee is the opportunity cost. So what is opportunity cost, kawan-kawan? Ingat tak apakah itu opportunity cost? What is opportunity cost? Tak ada jawapan Tak ada jawapan? You all ni betul. Saya dah cocek macam nak pecah, nak lekap. Tak tahu juga apakah itu opportunity cost. Tak apalah. Tak tahu, pergilah tengok yang lain. Okay, moving on. Demand. So, what are demand? What are demands? Demand refer to the desire of a consumer or buyer to obtain a quantity of goods and services supported by willingness or ability to purchase and pay for goods and services at a particular price in a given period of time. So, this one known as effective demand. So, panjangnya lah high demand ni. Apakah in short demand tu In short, demand means apakah in short demand tersebut Wait. So demand, okay, in short, demand is the amount of good and the buyer are willing to purchase. Harga bilangan barang tersebut dan buyer tersebut willing lah nak beli barang ataupun servis tersebut. Okay. At particular time. At particular time. Dia penting. So barang, the willingness of the supplier, lepas tu particular price, particular time. Kenapa kena ada particular time and also particular price? Because the demand changes over time. Mungkin hari ni awak beli handphone kan? Awak beli handphone katakanlah iPhone 5. Hari ni awak beli harga RM3,000. Bulan depan iPhone 5 harga dia drop kepada RM2,900. Berbeza kan? So dia ada particular price. Okay. This one we call as a effective demand. So in short, demand is something that you want it, you can afford it and you plan to buy. You beli pada masa tersebut lah. Okay. Demand reflect a choice. Whatever the things that you want to be satisfied and the thing that you want to be satisfied by the goods and the services. So, the relationship between price and quantity demand is inverse. So, more units that are purchased at lower price because of the substitution effect and the income effect. Ini point ni kita akan tengok kat belakang-belakang sikit. So, what are the quantity demand? Quantity demand for good or services is the quantity of good or services that is purchased at a certain price at the given period of time. However, the quantity demand not necessarily the same as the quantity purchase. Dia sama macam maksud demand. Demand tu adalah yang demand besar. Dan demand ada macam-macam dia. So we also, okay, what is demand schedule? Demand schedule shows the quantity of goods and services that will be demanded at different price at particular time. Inilah yang maksud dia kat sini. Certain price at given period of time, at certain time tu. Okay. Sebab dia macam saya cakap tadi lah, harga barang tersebut berbeza pada setiap masa. Bergantung kepada kehendak orang. Ingat tak demand? Okay, next. Let's take a look at this. What is this? The demand curves. Awak dah belajar demand. Awak dah belajar demand schedule. So, demand curves. Demand curves, we want to see the relationship between the price and the quantity demand. Tadi kan we discuss the meaning of the demand. So the meaning of the demand is the quantity that the user willing to purchase at a certain price at certain with a certain period of time, kan? So we want to see the relationship between the price and also the quantity demand. So okay. So as we can see that many things determined by the quantity demanded of any goods, but when analyzing how the market works, we need to determine the place of the center row. Meaning that in this case is the price of the good lah. Okay, if for example, this table describe the ice cream cone. Okay, this table describe the ice cream cone. For example, if the price of ice cream rose to RM 20 $20. Is it $20? Oh, RM 20 per scoop. RM $20 per scoop. So you would buy less ice cream. Kalau dalam contoh ni kan, the price of this one is the ice cream cones. Okay, katakanlah satu cone tu harga dia RM3. RM3 siapa nak beli? Mesti lagi tak beli kan. Kalau harga dia RM2.50 adalah orang beli. Tapi kalau harga dia RM50 lagi ramai orang beli. Gitu. Kan? Okay. So let's say the price of the ice cream yang dalam kotak, dalam Tupperware tu, katakanlah satu Tupperware tu harga dia RM20. Daripada harga dia RM5 spike kepada RM20. So kalau you beli pun mungkin you akan beli satu Tupperware saja. Kalau sebelum ni harga dia RM5, you akan beli 10 Tupperware kan. Tapi sekarang harga ice cream tu dah naik daripada RM5 kepada RM20 satu Tupperware. So you will definitely buy for the less ice cream. And then you will go to a second option, which is frozen yogurt ke ataupun something else to replace the ice cream. So when the demand of the ice cream fell because user choose to buy a frozen yogurt or something else, therefore the price of the ice cream will fell to a certain amount, certain value. Bila harga ice cream tu drop daripada RM20 kepada let's say RM3 satu Tupperware sebab orang tak nak makan ice cream lagi, orang nak makan frozen yogurt, of course you akan beli banyak kan sebab dia murah macam tu. So this represent the relationship between the price and the quantity demand of the goods. Macam mana pula kalau macam tapi lah kalau macam kita nak cakap pasal servis, for example harga tiket flight ke, harga tiket flight. Oh yes, macam masa MH370 dengan MH17 event tu, what happened to the price of AirAsia ticket flight? Spike kan? Sebab apa? Orang tak berani nak naik Malaysian Airlines. Harga dia spike kan? Lepas tu apa yang berlaku dekat Malaysian Airlines? Dia punya harga tiket flight. Harga tiket flight dia drop tau. Dia buat promosi. Harga dia drop promosi sebab dia nak attract balik orang untuk naik flight dia. Macam tu. Okay. Kemudian ingat tak ada satu event yang AirAsia flight crash tu. Flight daripada Indonesia to KL. Crash kan? What happened to the price of the AirAsia flight ticket? At around that time lah. The price of the AirAsia ticket to drop tau. Sebab orang takut. Somehow event tu bagi impact kepada business dia. Okay. So, this situation refer as law of demand. Refer kepada law of demand. Meaning that when other things equal, the price of the good rises. So the quantity demand of the good fall, drop, so the price fall. The demand, then the quantity demanded rise. Faham ke tak faham ni? This is, law of the demand. Kalau harga barang tu naik, harga kuantiti yang di demand pun turun. Kalau harga barang tu drop kat sini, kuantiti pun akan meningkat. So, this whole thing refer as the law of demand. Law of demand, Let's take a look at the demand curves. So, demand curve tadi kat sini kita kata demand is wait, okay. I think alamak, what happened? Tadi kita kata demand is kat sini. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, here. Tadi kita kata demand is no, kat mana tak ada. Okay, tak apalah. Let's not waste our time. Okay, so demand. It shows the inverse relationship between the quantity demanded for goods and its price. Other things that affect demand being the same. So, dia inverse relationship tau. Meaning that dia adalah negative relationship. Dalam demand curves ni dia berbentuk negatif. Macam ni lah. This one is negatif kan. Kenapa? Bila harga barang meningkat, harga kuantiti akan menurun. Contohnya kat sini harga barang ni mahal kan. Sampai kat sini harga kuantiti yang dia demand pun sikit. Tapi kalau kat sini, kita kena compare lagi. Kalau kat sini, okay, harga dia menurun tapi kuantiti yang dia demand banyak. Okay. This one is we refer as a demand curve. Demand curve. Not necessarily curve. You buat straight line pun boleh. Linear pun boleh. Okay. This is the demand schedule for the hair oil. Okay, demand schedule. Mungkin pada let's say price per bottle RM2, kuantiti demand sebab harga barang tu murah kan. So orang nak 8 botol. Katakanlah ini pada hari 1 hari bulan 10. Ini demand pada 1 hari bulan 10. Disebabkan orang kata harga dia RM2 je. Semua orang pergi promote kat kawan-kawan. Lepas tu ramai lagi orang nak. Okay. Salah. I explain salah lah. Dia mula pada atas. Abad regardless lah. But this example dia tinggi pada atas. Okay. Katakanlah. Mula-mula kita jual harga hair oil, handmade hair oil. Kita buat, kita letak harga dia RM10. Kita promote hari-hari. Tak ada siapa pun nak beli. Tak siapa pun nak beli kan. Sian kat kita. Ini masa kita mula-mula jual barang tu pada 1 hari bulan 10. Lepas tu, kita kata tak apalah kita buat promosi. Kita turunkan sikit harga dia. Kita pun promote handmade hair oil. Promosi price at RM8. Original is at RM10. Okay, this one. So, orang pun nampak, wah, ada diskaun RM2 lah. Marilah kita beli. So, dia pun beli satu. Katakanlah ini adalah harga pada hari yang kedua. 2018. Lepas tu dia pun baliklah pergi cerita kat kawan-kawan dia. Ginilah kan. Lepas tu, orang pun macam nak demand lagi, nak beli lagi. So, dia drop lagi. Is it? Pelik je. Kita demand. Betul. Let me see. Okay. Price, quantity. Okay, price RM2, quantity demand RM10. Let me see. 10, 8, 2, 6. Betul. Sampailah bila harga dia RM2, orang pun lagi, betul lah. Bila harga minyak tersebut RM2, lagi ramai orang beli. Lagi murah. Foundation ni kan chipstick. Nak beli barang yang murah-murah je. Kalau barang tu harga mahal tak nak beli. Barang harga murah baru nak beli kan. So ini mungkin harga pada hari 2. Ini 3, 4, 5. Ini mungkin harga pada hari yang kelima. 5 hari bulan 10, 2018. Okay. So, ini adalah demand schedule. Okay. This is another example. Demand schedule for peanuts. So, what are these A, B, C, D, E, F? Itu nanti kita akan discuss. Okay. Katakanlah pada harga dia RM50, tak ada siapa pun nak beli kacang tersebut. Pada harga dia RM40, ramailah pula orang nak beli kacang tu. Okay. Harga RM40 ada seorang nak beli kacang. Tapi pada harga RM10 1 kilo, kuantiti demand dia ada sampai 8 kilo orang nak beli. Lepas tu, bila kacang tu dah habis, tak ada dah. Orang pun datang ketuk rumah you. Tuk. Siapa nama ni? Jane, I nak beli kacang. Ada lagi tak kacang? I nak beli 10 kilo kacang. Ada lagi tak? Jane pun kata, oh sorry, I tak ada kacang lagi. Pada masa tersebut harga kacang adalah kosong. Okay, sanggup bayar berapa pun. Konon je lah. Konon je. Okay. So do you understand the concept of this demand schedule? Basically, in the simple words, bila harga barang meningkat, demand akan berkurang. Bila harga barang menurun, demand akan bertambah. Okay. This is another example of the demand schedule along with the demand curves. Pada this one is A. Pada harga 5 sen, orang nak beli barang sebanyak 22 unit barang orang nak beli. Lepas tu this one is a B. Lepas tu harga naik lah. Nasi lemak. Okay, nasi lemak tu harga dia 50 sen. Bila harga dia 50 sen, orang order 22 bungkus. Lepas tu besok harga nasi lemak tu naik kepada RM1. Lepas tu orang order 15 bungkus je lah kan. Kalau daripada 50 sen ni berapa ringgit kita bayar kalau kita beli 22 bungkus? 0.5 darabkan dengan 22, kita ada RM11. Pada masa ni total orang bayar RM11 je. Okay. Lepas tu bila harga nasi lemak tu naik kepada RM1, orang dapat beli 15 bungkus je. 15 bungkus equivalent tu RM15. 15 bungkus RM15. Kat sini kita dapat beli 22 bungkus. Total yang kita bayar RM11. Dapat banyak, bayar sikit. Lepas tu dekat point C, the next day pula, harga nasi lemak tu naik lagi kepada RM1.50. Wow. Okay, hari-hari naik harga 50 sen harga. So, hari yang ketiga, harga nasi lemak dah jadi RM1.50. Kita punya pemborong setia datang tanya, Kak, nasi lemak hari ni berapa ringgit? You bercakap, nasi lemak hari ni harga dia RM1.50. Oh ya ke RM1.50? Tak apalah, saya beli 10 bungkus je. So kalau RM1.50, dah dapat 10, equivalent tu RM15. Okay. Harga dia RM15. Kalau semalam kita beli RM15, kita bayar, kita dapat 15 bungkus. Hari ni kita bayar RM15, kita dapat 10 bungkus je. So kita beli sikit sebab harga dia mahal kan. Kemudian hari yang keempat kita jual lagi nasi lemak hari keempat. Kita jual pada harga RM2. Kita kan nak kaya cepat. Kita naik je hari-hari. Harga dia RM50 kan. So hari keempat kita jual nasi lemak pada harga RM2. Lepas tu pemborong setia kita pun datang. Kak, hari ni berapa harga nasi lemak? Dia bercakap nasi lemak hari ni harganya RM2. Lepas tu orang tu bercakap, tak apalah, saya beli 7 bungkus je. So 7 bungkus, 2 darabkan 7, equivalent tu RM14. Dia kena bayar RM14, dia dapat cuma 7 bungkus je. Lepas tu, sampailah kat sini, hari yang kelima, Tapi kat sini hari yang kelima, orang tu pun datang. Kak, hari ni nasi lemak harga berapa? Dia cakap RM2.50. Akak ni setiap hari naik je harga sampai 50 sen. Banyak tu kak, nak pergi haji cepat ke? Orang tu komen kata. Tak apalah, bagi saya lima bungkus je. RM2.50, kalau kita times dengan 5, dia kena bayar RM12.50. RM12.50 dia dapat 5. Compare tu hari pertama, dia total yang dia bayar adalah RM11. RM11 dia dapat 22 bungkus. Macam tu. Okay. Bila harga dia menaik, kuantiti barang pun akan menurun. That is the law of the demand. Okay. Okay, law of demand. Tadi kita cuma cerita bla 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 je. So, let's talk theory. Tadi kita cuma cerita example je kan. Contoh-contoh macam tu je. So, sekarang marilah kita bercakap tentang teori bagi law of demand. So, what is law of demand? Law of demand stated that if all other factors remain equal, the higher the price of the good, the less people will demand for that particular goods or service lah mana-mana. The amount of a good that buyers purchase at higher price is less because of the price of the good goes up. So does the opportunity cost of buying that good. Kita tengok point nombor 2 ni. The amount of good that buyer purchase at higher price is less because as the price of a good goes up, so does the opportunity cost of buying that good. Contohnya macam kat sini lah, yang ni kan. Bila harga dia mahal, kat sini, point E, harga dia mahal kan, orang akan beli dia sikit. So, the opportunity cost dia apa? Akan meningkat. Okay. So the price and the quantity demand have a negative or inverse relationship and the demand curve slope downward from left to right. Ini just description of the demand curve. Nah, negatif kan. Tadi kan kita cakap dia negative relationship kan. Dia slope from left to right. Negative relationship. So the law of demand explain why the demand curves has a negative slope. Because of income and substitution effect. Okay, so what are income and substitution effect? So substitution effect and income effect, this one explain why the higher price resulted in the quantity demand. So there are two reasons of a substitution effect. First, when the price of the good rises, other things remain in the same. So its relative price also rises. Bila harga barang meningkat, tapi barang-barang yang lain semua sama je, dia akan increasekan dia punya relative price. Is it? Yeah. When the price of iPhone, rises relative to the price of other goods, so you tend to substitute the good that is relatively cheaper for that particular handphone lah, yang mahal tadi tu. Harga iPhone tu naik, jadi you beli Oppo for example. Tapi betul ke ya, kalau handphone ni awak sanggup beli yang lebih murah? Saya rasa tak. Kalau handphone ni harga dia mahal pun awak beli juga. Kan? Sebab itu different story tau. Itu different story. Contohnya macam kalau harga nasi ayam RM5, awak akan pilih nasi kosong. Nasi putih, ada sayur sikit, ada kuah sikit sebab harga dia RM2. Macam hari ni harga nasi ayam harga dia RM2, awak beli lagi, besok harga nasi ayam RM10. tak mampulah beli nasi ayam harga RM10 kan. Jadi awak akan substitutekan dia kepada barang yang lebih murah. Nasi kosong dengan sayur dan campur. Okay, itu something like that. So, individual would substitute relatively less expensive good for relatively more expensive one, even if their real income were constant. Substitute relatively less expensive good for relatively more expensive good. Ya betul ni. Wait. As the price of good increases, but the price of other good is constant, it becomes. I think I missed out a few points here. Okay, what is substitution effect and income effect? So substitution effect and income effect explain why the higher price reduce the quantity of the demand. So substitution effect is as the price of one good rises relative to the price of the other goods, you will tend to substitute the goods that is relatively cheaper for the goods that is relatively more expensive. Bila harga barang meningkat, jadi kita akan pilih barang yang lebih murah berbanding barang yang lebih mahal tadi tu, berbanding barang yang tadi tu lah. Okay. As the price of goods increases while the price of other goods is constant, it becomes relatively more expensive. Harga barang tu naik tapi harga barang lain constant je, sama je kan, tak tukar-tukar. Jadi harga barang A ni asyik naik je, tapi harga barang B ni constant, tak tukar-tukar. So harga barang A ni dikatakan sebagai relatively more expensive. More expensive pula. Okay, so usually individual will substitute relatively less expensive goods for relatively more expensive one, even when their income is constant. Income effect. Next one is the income effect. So, income effect, as the price of good that you buy increase and income is held constant, your income is held constant, so your real income decreases and you cannot afford to buy as much as you could as before. Okay. Harga barang, harga minyak meningkat. Harga minyak setiap hari meningkat, setiap bulan meningkat, tapi gaji kita tak meningkat. Okay, sorry guys, small interruption. My lunch has arrived. It's a laksa. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so let's continue. Income effect. So, contohnya, harga minyak. Harga minyak setiap bulan meningkat. Tapi gaji kita tak meningkat. Gaji kita sama je. So, dalam income effect, apa yang berlaku adalah bila harga minyak meningkat, awak tak mampu lagi beli minyak amount yang sama. Katakanlah masa harga minyak RM1.60 1 liter. Awak mewah, awak isi minyak full tank kan. Awak isi minyak full tank 40 liter. So kalau 40 liter darabkan dengan RM1.60. 40 liter darabkan dengan RM1.60. Wow, the smell of the laksa very very. So you kena bayar RM64 untuk 40 liter. Lepas tu, let me write down. Harga minyak 1 liter, harga petrol pada bulan 9 2018. Tak legit lah tapi whatever. Katakanlah harga dia pada masa ni adalah RM1.60. So bila awak nak isi 40 liter, 40 liter darabkan dengan RM1.60 equivalent to RM64. Wow, itu amount yang awak bayar. Lepas tu pada bulan 10 2018 harga minyak adalah RM2.20. So kalau nak isi 40 liter berapa banyak? RM88. Tak payah nak kira. I memang isi minyak banyak ni. RM88. Tapi gaji awak daripada bulan 9 sampai bulan 10 ni awak punya salary. Salary adalah berapa nak? Agaklah ni sebagai satu doa RM3,000 starting gitu. Okay. So salary awak pada bulan 9 RM3,000, salary awak pada bulan 10 masih lagi RM3,000. Tapi harga minyak tu meningkat. Awak mampu tak nak isi 40 tank lagi? Tak, awak tak mampu. 40 tank pula, 40 liter. Tak, awak tak mampu. Awak hanya akan isi sikit je. Sebab awak dah tak mampu. Okay. So ini maksudnya this situation explain to this point. Okay, so you cannot afford to buy banyak lagi. You cannot afford to fill in your vehicle 40 liter. Mungkin you fill in cuma 20 liter ke kan. So, as the price of good that you buy increases, you will have less real income. Bila harga minyak tu macam ni kan. Bila harga minyak bulan 9 harga minyak RM1.60. Bulan 10 harga minyak adalah RM2.50. Dia ada difference. Ini menunjukkan bila harga barang tu meningkat, harga barang ni meningkat kan. Menunjukkan awak akan dapat less real income. Less like really less real income tu. Sebab barang yang sama tapi value dia berbeza tapi gaji awak sama. Jadi real income awak akan menurun. Harga duit awak akan menurun. It has something to do with the inflation. Ingat tak masa kita bincang inflation pada hari pertama kelas? Is it hari pertama ke hari kedua kelas? Kita bincang pasal inflation, the theory of the inflation, the print more money, the price keep rising, the inflation will occur. Sebab inflation will occur sebab duit tu dah tak ada value lagi. Okay, so dalam kes ni, your real income akan inflation is just around the corner. That's that. Next, let's talk about demand function. Demand function. So demand function actually it would illustrate the relationship between the quantity demanded and the price in the mathematical form. Okay, dalam bentuk equation lah. So generally the demand function is represented as QD. QD kecil D kecil. Tak reti lah boleh pakai ni. Q. Saya tak boleh touch screen ni. Nanti dia promote. Q. D. Sama dengan A minus B. P. What is QD? QD is the quantity demand. Quantity demand. Yang ni tadi. Wait. Mana dia? Demand. This one. Ini adalah QD. Let me button this one. This one. Ini adalah QD ya. QD. This one is demand. Okay, so ini kalau jumpa notation QD, D tu tahulah apa ya. Nanti kat sini. Okay, QD is the quantity demand. So A is the quantity of the A is the quantity of the demanded good when the price is at 0. A is QD at price 0. Okay. So B is the gradient. How to spell gradient? Gradient. Gradient of demand curve. Of the demand curve. While P is the price. Yeah, this is the equation. Okay. 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 Next, let's talk about market demand versus individual demand. Okay. So market demand, type of demand, it has two types of demand. First is individual demand. Second is the market demand. So as you can see from this figure, it represents an individual market and also the demand market. So this is an individual market. Okay, keperluan individu tersebut. So individu 1 plus individu 2. So dia akan dapatlah market demand. Where is my ayat? Kawan-kawan, I'm having some technical difficulties. Okay. So, individual demand is the demand of an individual consumer at a specific good, at a specific price, at a specific time. Specific good, lepas tu specific price pada masa yang tertentu. Okay. While market demand is the quantity of good demanded by all individual. This one kat sini kan? Demanded by all individual, demanded by these two people. Market demand is the quantity of good demanded by all individual in the market at certain price and of course at certain period of time. So certain price, certain period of time, jangan lupa itu adalah keywords yang kena ada. So in other words, we can say that market demand is the combination of the individual demands in the market. Individual demand. As long as benda yang sama. It's not like macam ni contoh apa contoh ice cream cone. Ice cream cone. Tak kisahlah dia tak cakap brand kan, dia cakap ice cream cone je. So demand ice cream cone. Bukannya Catherine nak ice cream cone tapi Nicholas nak roti. Kan kita boleh makan ice cream yang ice cream masuk kat dalam roti tu kan, tepek kat dalam roti tu. No, we are not talking about that. We are talking about cone dan letak ice cream. Demand yang tu. Demand cone tu. Bukan cone lain. Okay. This one is pretty straightforward, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at another example. Okay. This one also represent quantity demanded by one individual and also quantity demanded in the market by 100 individual. Dia ada beza lah antara demand and also market. Okay. So let's see. Let's tengok this graph. So this table ni kawan-kawan, table ni. Ini tu, alamak. Okay, table ni. It gives an individual demand and market demand for one specific commodity. Commodity, you choose commodity apa yang you nak. Okay. So this column show an individual demand and this one shows an market demand. So okay. Contohnya individu ni willing to buy this commodity. Commodity apa kan kawan? Let's say commodity tepung gandum. Okay, katakanlah ini individu A. Okay, komoditi tepung gandum. Komoditi tepung gandum. Gandum lah tepung gandum. Komoditi gandum. So market gandum. Okay. Individu A willing nak sanggup beli 10 kilo of apa nama ni? Gandum pada harga RM1. Tapi we are not having only one individual at the market. We have like 1,000 others individual in the market. 1,000 others individual at the market. Ni mana dapat 3,500 ni? Maksudnya kita ada 1,000 orang lagi yang nak beli barang pada kuantiti yang sama. Contoh lah, sebab tu kita ada 3,500. Cuba darabkan. 3.5 darabkan 1,000. Okay lah, 3,500. Okay. So dia daripada table ni dia akan translatekan kepada bentuk graf macam ni. So D, lepas tu D1 and D2. D is, what is D? D is the demand. Okay, market demand plotted in the curve label D. Is it? 11,000 RM1. Yeah, this one is the D, market demand tu. D1 ni apa? D1 ni representing individu lah. Mungkin individu 1, individu 2. Quite straightforward, right? This one straightforward je. Saya saja je ni cerita banyak-banyak lagi awak faham lagi ke tak faham tak tahulah. Okay, so individual demand curves are different from the market demand curves. So there are two aspects that differentiate the curves for both of the market. First, the elasticity of the demand. Individual market, the less elastic. Dia kurang elastik. Manakala kalau market demand dia lebih elastik. Kalau kita tengok kan dekat dalam graph, do we have individual graph that can be presented here? Okay, kalau kita tengokkan graph untuk individual demand ni, Catherine, individual demand ni dia lebih stick. Lebih tajam kan macam ni tajam kan? Dia lebih tajam. Dia kurang elastik berbanding daripada market demand. Market demand ni dia lebih flat berbanding individual demand. Okay, dia lebih flat. Ini dia lebih stick. So, yang ni, this one dia lebih elastic. The second aspect is the quantity demanded. In the individual market, only a small quantity. In the individual market, only a small quantity demanded, while in the market, it has a bigger quantity. Sebab itulah dia lebih elastik, dia lebih landai, graf dia, stuff. Next, dah demand sana sini kan. Boleh tak berlakunya shift in the demand? Yes, boleh berlaku shift in the demand saja. So, why? Because the market demand curves holds other things constant, it needs to be stable over time. It sometimes happens to alter the quantity demanded at any given price. Therefore, the demand curves will shift. So, this figure, figure 3, illustrate the shift in the demand. Okay. Any changes that increase the quantity demand at every price, such as our apa-apa lah the shift the demand curve to the right and it called an increase in demand. Any changes that reduce the quantity demanded at every price shift demand to the left, it called decrease in demand. So bila ada apa nama ni, bila ada quantity demand ni kat sini kan, quantity demand, so harga pun akan meningkat, dia akan kata sebagai increase demand. So apabila quantity reduce kat sini, quantity reduce daripada sini quantity reduce, lepas tu price pun akan shift, kita panggil dia sebagai decrease in demand. Harga barang there are many variables that can shift the demand curves. Antaranya income. Tadi kan kita cerita kalau if the income is constant but the price of the goods remains but the price of the good keep increasing and the income is constant, so demand dia akan berkurangan because we cannot buy the goods sebanyak yang kita biasa beli, yang kita tak mampu beli barang tu banyak macam tu. So demand dia akan berkurangan. So therefore income is also one of the variable that can shift the demand curves. Price to the related goods, harga barang yang almost similar. Tadi kita bagi contoh ice cream dengan frozen yogurt. Harga ice cream tu meningkat tapi harga frozen yogurt tu macam murah kan. Amount yang sama tapi harga dia lagi murah. Padahal kita beli barang yang lagi murah, kita beli frozen yogurt daripada ice cream. So it also will affect the demand curve, will shift the demand curve. The taste, the expectation, the numbers of buyers. The expectation ni macam mungkin barang tersebut kita expect to be good. Ice cream tersebut kita harga dia mahal, kita expect macam Baskin Robbins kan, kita expect harga ice cream tu dalam mahal, kita expect harga dia sedap sangat-sangat. Tiba-tiba harga mahal tapi rasa macam okay. So tak beli lagi, tak ada demand lagi. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for today's class. So for this item, you can go and search online. There are a few books that you can use as a reference. First, if you have the same textbook that I have shown to you, Principle of Economics 2, you can go, you can read from that book, page 41. 41 to 53. Ini kalau siapa yang ada buku Fox Fajar yang I tunjuk dekat you, Principle of Economics tu. Okay, siapa yang for those yang download online buku I don't know how to pronounce this name. Georgery Manqui. Is it Georgery Manqui? Reference number from your reference list. Reference number, Masya Allah, sekejap Um, wait. Reference number. Is it number one? This one, fifth edition. Fifth edition should be. Oh, tak ada dekat dalam I punya reference. But reference number one and reference number two, kalau you dapat download fifth edition punya, you can go to page number. Wait ah. You can go to page number. Yeah, number 69 until 71. 71. So, these two books will explain in details about shift in the demand curve. So that's all for today's. For today, I will be uploading another video notes explaining about supply, and please watch the video. And next week class, hopefully kita ada kelas lagi, kita tak cancel lagi kelas. I miss to see all of your beautiful faces. So hopefully next week I will take any question, and also kita akan buat exercise. So that's all for today, and thank you all for listening. Bye.